Shalom, 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 Israel. Giving no praises to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Hakadosh. The one to the elders, GMS, Rubu, outside to you, Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity, risking your freedom in your life to do so, because we are risking our freedom in our life to do so, especially to the Akim out there that's going out on the highways and byways, okay? Because we putting ourselves out there on camera in front of our, family, our bosses, FBI, CIA, everybody, our enemies to see us, and while we proclaim this word. So I believe this is the picture here is AOC. Now, this is not the point of the video of which Israelite groups are teaching what, but just the fact that our people are starting to identify with being the people of the book, and we're waking up at a vast number of people. Me, myself, I've been in the truth for a little over a decade. So to see things like this is very exciting. Things like this is Slaki, demons. But things like this is very exciting to see, because when you've been in it for a while, you want to start to see prophecy unfold, and this is a part of prophecy, and I'm going to break it down. So it says, we are the real Jews, which that is true. Jeremiah 14:2, Judah mourneth, the gates thereof language, they are black, dark skinned unto the ground. We can go into so many sources to prove who we are according to the Bible. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. The Lord brought us into Egypt again with ships and slavery, and we're gonna be sold to our enemy once we got out those boats. We should lose our heritage. That's in Jeremiah. So it's so many prophecies in the Bible that shows us who we are, who we truly are. But now the heathens are starting to get nervous and scared about this proclamation of us being the children of Israel. So let's read it. So, we are the real Jews, hundreds of black Hebrews, and we're not black, first off. And this is not about color, it's about nationality. Black Hebrews march in New York City. The Post obtained a pair of flyers distributed by BHI movement followers outside the stadium, which claimed to share the truth about anti-Semitism and slavery. Hundreds of followers of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement marched to New York City on Monday in support of basketball player Kyrie Irving, who returned from suspension after he had shared the link on social media to a documentary that advocates BHI theological claims that people of African descent are the real Jews, and we're not African. We just so happen to go into Africa fleeing Roman persecution, according to the prophecy of Yahushua when he's, or who you call Jesus Christ, when Rome was going to besiege Jerusalem during the time of 70 AD. That can also be proven, all right? Damn demons. Salakia for the picture. But yeah, Kyrie Irving put the book out, Hebrews to Negroes, and the Most High is bad because by them suspending Kyrie Irving off of that tweet only further made people want to research what the hell he was talking about. And the book sold out. Now, granted, it's a lot of truth, but it's not 100%. Japhet, the white people are not Japhet, okay? They're the Edomites, all right? All right, they're the red people. And yes, white people are also Shemites, okay? They descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, all right? Not Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, all right? But nevertheless, this is the video that was caught. Hold on, I'm going to play it, but keep track of the time. Salakia. Black Hebrew, this is a twinner, and this is a Jewish guy. Black Hebrew Israelites out in force today, chanting, "We are the real Jews," in time to wake up, as they march towards Barclays Center in support of Kyrie Irving's return. Yeah. So look, hundreds of Jake. Now this is IUIC. Again, I'm not here to debate differences in doctrine. Although we do have differences, but the fact still remains: Israel is waking up as a whole, and this is prophetic. You know. Again, I'm not gonna harp on the difference in doctrine, but this is heavy. This is a heavy movement. So it clearly shows you that things are ramping up. You know, because this is not no light camp. They got numbers. We ain't gonna play the whole thing, man. This is the prophecy, man. Ezekiel 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out by the Spirit, and the Lord set me in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. Now, keep this in mind, man. Once you truly identify who the Bible is talking to, and who the Israelites are, prophecy starts to make sense. Everything in the book starts to make sense. There will be no contradiction once you accept the reality. So he said he was brought out in the Spirit in the middle of the valley. It was full of dry bones. Now, the bones represents dead, to not know something spiritually dead, or to be ignorant. And we can get that real quick. Wondering. Let's get that real quick. I don't know the scripture up top. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right? So, essentially, to wander out of the way of understanding, or to reject knowledge, is essentially being in the midst of dead or death. Now, what is bone symbolic with? Death. So, it's essentially saying these bones were dead, okay? Now, we know that the Bible speaks in similitudes and parables. And Ezekiel seen a vision of bones, literally seen bones. But it was the Lord showing him what it was going to mean. And he's going to reveal what it meant. Verse 2, he led me back and forth among them, and saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, Sovereign Lord, you alone. Okay, this is the New International Version. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Sovereign Lord says to the bones. I will make breath into you, and you will come to life. And I will attach tendons to you and make flesh upon you and cover you with skin. And I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and covered them, but there was no breath in them. All right, and I'm gonna break it down. Bear with me. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones, to the breath. Prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. Come, breath from the four winds, and breathe into these slain that they may live. That's heavy. Hold that point. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood upon their feet, a vast army. And he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the people of Israel. Okay, boom. So now we understand that the Lord, Yahweh, which is his name, said that these bones that you've seen, and these bones that stood up a great army, is the children of Israel. All right? But it goes further. They say our bones are dried up, our hope is gone, we are cut off. So therefore, it means what? That we are in the destitute position, we are in a destitute situation, And we need salvation. So when he said he stood upon them with great and exceeding army, this is this in a nutshell, man. Israel is waking up. Israel is waking up in a vast number, man. Whether you AOC, GOC, whether you ICANN, GMS, ISUPK, it's just the fact that this word is getting out there and Esau can't stop it. Let's get one more scripture, man. Matthew 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So when we go back in Ezekiel and it says prophesy to the four winds, that means the whole entire earth, because we've been scattered everywhere according to Deuteronomy 28. You should be scattered amongst all nations without our drive thee, okay? So, man, we these are times of prophecy, man. The end is near, because our people are starting to go back and identify we are the children of Israel, and this will all be proven. So the end's about to come. Yahweh Shai is about to return, and he's about to deliver us out of this hellhole, you know? So with that, I'm going to say shalom.